Then quick turnaround here, and now turning our attentions to the first of the men's singles semi-finals. Harmeet DESAI of India, world number 87, to take on the top seed here at this ITTF Challenge Plus Amano in Muscat, Portugal's Marcos Freitas, world number 26. These two have just had to wait around about 20-25 minutes longer than they would have expected. A long first women's singles semi-final between the Japanese doubles partners and Honoka Hashimoto. An hour and 20 minutes of it means a slight delay on this one. Would have expected to be here top of the hour, DESAI and Freitas, but ready to get going now here as we turn our attentions to the men's singles draw. Freitas in particular here has been in such good form so far this week in Muscat, not losing a game on his way through to this semi-final. DESAI's been tested a little bit more. Tricky match in particular in the round of 16 with Omar Assar, the Egyptian. But here it is then, the first of the men's singles semi-finals with Freitas to take on DESAI. This ITTF Challenge Series, this is a Challenge Plus event. These events having come into their own right a few years ago now, back in 2017, and the players really value them as an opportunity not just to pick up ranking points, but build momentum through the course of the season. Of course, the platinum events on the ITTF World Tour, so important, but this Challenge Series equally important in its own way. Not just for giving emerging talents their opportunities to progress, but also you look at the likes of Marcos Freitas, who's not had the best of results. He's a former top 10 player. Can get some form going this week, pick up some valuable ranking points in the process. It's another benefit that this level of event offers, a chance for established names of the recent past to build form again and build confidence. Freitas has certainly been building that so far in the week with the trio of main draw performances that he's put together. Players knocking up now here ahead of this first semi-final in the men's draw. DESAI, of course, big Indian contingent here at the Oman Open. You will see Sharath Kamal Ashanta in action in the second of the semi-finals, the Indian legend. A little bit later on, when he takes on Kirill Skachkov of Russia. Freitas, a man who was 7 in the world in the ITTF rankings of November of 2015. DESAI has been a top 60 player in the past as well. February of 2018 in the rankings, now at 87 in the list, the 26-year-old. Made the semi-finals in the doubles here with Ashanta. Freitas 26 in the rankings at the moment. His best performance of the season so far at the very competitive, always competitive Europe Top 16 Cup event back in February in Switzerland, where he reached the quarterfinals. Hasn't done too much other than that early on in the season. Best of 7 games here as always, with the final spot at stake. The finals to be played later on here at the Sultan Qaboos Stadium. Second match of 8 on the roster here on this main table one here in Muscat, about to begin. So DESAI of India then to begin, to Portugal's top seed Freitas here. Guy McCree taking you through this one, all the matches with you here on this final day of competition. Big match for both here. DESAI having won on the ITTF Challenge Series before. Won the Indonesian Open last season with a win over his compatriot Amalraj Anthony in the final there, 4-2. Freitas, of course, with tons of top-level experience, former top 10 player, winner of ITTF World Tour titles in the past, although you have to go back to 2014 for his last success on the ITTF World Tour. He's just chatting away there, Freitas. He's a little bit unhappy, a bit of movement behind the table, behind the court there, upsetting his rhythm. It's a good put away there, got across quickly. He's rangy, Freitas. Good reach on him. He won the Czech Open back in 2014, Freitas. That was when he was playing the best table tennis of his career. Following year, achieved that career high rank of 7 in the world. Won the Czech Open in Olomouc. Also won the Euro Top 12 Cup, as it was back then, that year. It was just the top 12 at that point when it was held in Lausanne, and then changed to the top 16 the following year. It's an excellent start from DESAI. You can hear he's getting plenty of encouragement. Big Indian contingent here. FREITAS, who's had things all his own way so far this week in Muscat, in danger of losing his first game of the tournament here. Excellent start from DESAI. This is with the reverse. Yeah, he's toweling down here, FREITAS, because this first game has gotten away from him big time. Really imposing start from DESAI. Good tactics. Another miss there on the backhand side. Oh, he's caught the edge of the table with that one. Confirmed by the official. I thought he'd missed out again there, FREITAS. Oh, it's a shame for DESAI. Again, the point was put together very well. A couple of points back for FREITAS here. Game points now for DESAI. And he only needs the one. Harmeet DESAI takes the first game, the first that Marcos FREITAS has dropped this week here in Muscat. 11 points to 5 to the Indian. Excellent start from DESAI here. So, Harmeet DESAI here with a terrific start to this first men's singles semi-final in Muscat. Marcos FREITAS losing his first game of the week. 11 points to 5 as he begins the second. I just feel that DESAI here has done his homework on the Portuguese. He's varying his attacks, varying the direction of the ball there in the rally. FREITAS isn't getting those early opportunities to dictate the rally that he's been doing so well with through the week. And you can see there when he tried to be aggressive off the third ball, he's not really there to attack that one. Would have been better pushing, instead going for the more aggressive drive. And now he tries to be aggressive. Maybe he's going to try and hit his way out of the straight jacket that DESAI's got him in here at the moment. Yeah, it's quick, straight back hard at the Indian. Maybe FREITAS, that's what he's going to look to do here. Bring a bit more intensity to the matchup. A bit more pace. Try and keep those rallies shorter. It's a risky game to play. To take the ball on so early here. Again, that one wasn't really there. DESAI keeping it low in the table. Making it difficult to attack off that. Yeah. Good service there. This is better from FREITAS. He's finding a way, and not all out attack here, but a little bit more of it in this second game from the top seed is just stunting DESAI. He's having to play a lot more awkward balls. And allows that one to drop too much there. DESAI needs to take a little bit earlier. That forehand attack, he finds himself adrift by 4 now. Still a lead of 2 for FREITAS here. Yeah, knew the importance of that, just to stay in front here, FREITAS. To impose himself mentally as well as in the rallies on DESAI here, who started the match so well, the Indian. That's a really... Oh, yeah, no, DESAI's got it. The quality of that return. So deep off a good service from FREITAS. Oh, he's made that as well. He's not given up hope on this second game yet, the Indian. What a return, this one up the line. Pick the service, pick the spin. Stunning winner from DESAI. FREITAS, who's led throughout this second game, this would be a wounder to lose this one. DESAI with the service. Oh, and he had the whole table there to work with the Indian. Really should have won this point, DESAI. Game point now for FREITAS to level up. That's brilliant, absolutely brilliant, reading the direction of the put away from DESAI, and FREITAS, the top seed here, hits back to take the second, 11-9. So one game apiece here in this first men's semi-final. Harmeet DESAI of India to begin the third. Started so well, of course, to take the opening game, the first that Marcos Freitas, he's been playing like a steam train through the week. The top seed here, the Portuguese, has lost in the week, but Freitas heading back to take that second game, 11-9 just now. But DESAI here has come to play, no question, giving up a deficit of some 60 spots in the ITTF rankings, as well as considerable experience to FREITAS, but you wouldn't know the way these first couple of games have been played. Indian team have been very pleased with what they've managed to do this week in Muscat. Of course, Sharath Kamala Shanta involved in the second of the semi-finals a little later. DESAI, for his part, a couple of, well, trio of good wins so far in the week. Beat the, he would have expected to beat the Canadian Jeremy Hazen 4-0 in his first match. And then excellent win over Alvaro Robles, the Spaniard, in the quarters, 4-1. But Omar Assar, the Egyptian, that's the big standout win in the round of 16. He trails 2-0, 3-2, won the decider 11-8 on Assar. Can he possibly go and take another big scalp here? Absolutely in this match with FREITAS at the moment, DESAI. Would have signed off for this position some 20 minutes ago when they began. One game apiece, 3 points apiece in the third. Remember, first to four, best of 7 games, as always in the singles here. And that's what he's done so well. Look at the quick change of direction there. Some senses would have been easier to just glance that ball up the line of the table. Chose to go back cross table to good effect. Yeah, I like that from FREITAS there. Loaded up on the back leg for the loop drive. Didn't look to actually hit the ball too hard there. Went with the arm, and as they towel down 12 points into this third game, nothing to separate them. DESAI back in front. Whew. Crowd enjoyed that. DESAI here putting together what could be a key run in the third. Lead of 3 now. It does look like it'll be enough as FREITAS misses on the backhand. 4 game points for the Indian. Absolutely brilliant from Harmeet DESAI, who is back in front in this semi-final now. 2 games to 1 after taking the third 11-6. Harmeet DESAI back in front in this first semi-final. 2 games to 1 now on the top seed here in Muscat, Marcos FREITAS of Portugal. He's getting a much more difficult match here than he's had to face so far in the week. He didn't lose a game. He was not so much even not losing a game, in destructive form in his first couple of rounds. FREITAS, the wins over the compatriot of DESAI, Mudit Dani. Took him less than 18 minutes to win that one. At the moment, he's got to try and find a way to stop another Indian in top form in DESAI. His win over Lubomir Pište as well, the Slovak, 21 minutes, and then building on it with a win over Wang Yang in the quarterfinals. Finding himself adrift here. Let service called there. That's where he's been so good, as I mentioned earlier, in finding the angles, quickly changing up the angles. What he did there was he got FREITAS so far away from the table on the stretch that he had so much room to go into with the cross table follow-up there, DESAI. Can he come up with a solution here, FREITAS? He has been grappling with it. He seemed to have found it in the second game where he was going to more aggressive plays, looking to really attack with the third ball. Like that. I mean, that was all because of the quality of the serve. DESAI's return dropping far too high in the table there. He looked to have found an answer, but what DESAI has gone back to doing here is just pushing FREITAS into areas of the table that he's not comfortable with, pulling him around. Looking like a 3-1 lead for DESAI here. FREITAS still, see it in his mind here, trying to come up with the consistent answers. And there, his push was short. DESAI really should have finished that one off. Still leading by 4, the Indian. He's played this match tactically so well, DESAI, at the moment. And gets the read on the service that time. FREITAS lead down to 3 now. Four game points then for Harmeet DESAI here to move a game away from victory. Ooh, yeah, tried to just push across that with the forearm. It's a tough shot to execute. You're going into the short pocket of the table. But he's done well enough there. Second game points to 1, and Harmeet DESAI here. A game away now from knocking out the top seed Marcos FREITAS. 3-1 up. Game away then from the final here. And this ITTF Challenge Plus Oman Open, Harmeet Desai of India. Oh, Marcus Freitas needs a bit more of that here, the top seed. We haven't seen nearly as much of him as we've done through the week, those destructive performances. Desai has done such a good job of keeping him on the back foot. Brilliant again. Look how far back Freitas is there. He's not going to do much damage from that distance away from the table, and Desai is just tactically getting this spot on. Desai leveling up again here in this fifth. Yeah, again, look how good he is there, getting on top of the bounce, Desai. He's played a brilliant match here, and he's so close in some ways here to finishing Freitas off. Desperately needs this service, Freitas. He's got it. Rangy, those long levers, able to get forward and swap that away. One that landed so short in the table from Desai. Here we go then. Freitas trying to build up a bit of momentum. Takes both his service points. Towel down and putting a little bit of mental pressure here on Desai, who's got the service back now but has seen his lead wiped out. Yeah, run of points here for Freitas. service to come here then. Can FREITAS push this semi-final into a sixth? Looking that way at the moment. DESAI just faltering here with the finish in sight. It was 6-5, but a run of points for FREITAS. First of the game points saved. 2 more here for FREITAS, back with the service. And he takes the second of them there. Marcus FREITAS reducing the arrears, pushing this into a sixth. Taking the 5th game there, 11-8. Marcus FREITAS then still trailing Harmeet DESAI, but now by just the single game. DESAI still a game away from reaching this Oman Open final. 3-2 up on the top seed FREITAS, who will begin the 6th. A fortune there for FREITAS to begin this 6th game. Touch of the tape. He stuck it out. Oh, how good was the fish there from FREITAS. And the trick is there with the good fish is that he actually was looking to be fairly aggressive with it. Wasn't just lobbing the ball up there for DESAI. He was looking to counter, put some counter top spin into it as well. That's an area that DESAI's coach, I think, picking up in this the changeover, is looking to target the backhand, the reverse flick from FREITAS, which is an area where DESAI was drawing a lot of errors earlier in the match. You can see again here those couple of points. That's how he forged the 3-1 lead. Did draw a lot of mistakes from the Portuguese into that shot, that wing. To go back there again. He also played with such good width for the table, DESAI, as he did there. It's fully deserved that 3-1 lead that he carved, even if he's seen it whittled back by FREITAS now. Well, FREITAS has got it all to do again here. Needed that, FREITAS. Third ball drive, too much for DESAI on that occasion. Timeout called here by the Indian coach. Of course, one timeout allowed each through the course of the match. FREITAS hasn't used his yet. Just a question of belief here for DESAI now. He's in a similar position to he found himself in the previous game, and then he fell victim to FREITAS's fight back. Knows that he can deliver on these occasions, but this would go down still as a big win. FREITAS is top 30 in the world, is a former top 10 player. Just whether DESAI can keep those belief levels going. I don't think it's been a problem through the match, the way he's gone about it tactically. I think that he believes he can beat FREITAS here. Just got to keep it together here for a few more minutes. Resuming here off the timeout, and still FREITAS trailing, not just in games, but in this sixth. Got the service here, the Portuguese. Oh, it works nicely that for DESAI. Got the service back as well now. The lead of 2. He apologises there. I think he's caught the tape on the way through. Just a little glance, FREITAS. Yeah, still looks confident, DESAI. Looking at his body language as much as anything. Tactically, I think he's got this match largely spot on. It's just whether he believes that he can finish FREITAS off here. And that's brilliant. The extension, the forearm there on the backhand side, very good from DESAI. Desperately wants this one, the Indian. And he can't take it. Just feel the momentum goes back a little bit there to FREITAS in this game. Really still could go anywhere, this one, from here. Don't rule out a deciding 7th game. He's done well there. Loaded. Got down to that ball so well. It's when he's at his best. Those forehand drives, FREITAS can really use his strength, his lower body ability. Now it's DESAI who needs a response. No, he doesn't read the service. It looks like this could be going all the way. Try as he might here, DESAI in the previous game, and now again here when he's been with the slight advantage midway through the game, he hasn't been strong enough in the second half of it. Is his belief just wavering a bit here? 2 game points for FREITAS. First of them well saved. And he has saved both of them. DESAI now 2 points from the win. And he finds a way through there. Shorter angle of the table, but managed to get forward there. FREITAS, 3rd game point coming up. Oh, that did not miss by much. So easily caught the back edge of the table there, FREITAS. 3 game points now he's had. DESAI has not had a match point yet. And he still won't have one there. Strong from FREITAS to repel the forehand drive of the Indian. Fourth game point. Another terrific tussle this. We're having some long matches here on this final day of competition in Muscat. That first women's semi-final, an hour and 20 minutes, and this one now is going the distance as well. FREITAS on his 4th game point takes it 13-11, and it will be another 7th game decider here to come. 3-1 up in games. Harmeet, DESAI, but Marcos Freitas, the top seed here, back at 3 apiece now. Another 7th gamer here to decide who makes it through to the final of this ITTF Challenge Plus Oman Open. DESAI 2 points from victory at 10 each in that 6th. It hasn't had a match point yet. Both looking for a bit of an energy boost, an energy rush here, trying to get the quick start in this decider. Got that badly wrong, DESAI. Timed that all wrong. It's a shame. Freitas' backhand holding up pretty well there for most of that exchange until the death. On a knife edge, this one. So difficult to call. DESAI, I'd argue, has been the better player for more of this match, but Freitas still big hopes of taking it, using his experience, the key points, the key situations. He's been nowhere near the level of his first 3 rounds of the week at times. I think he'd be the first to admit that, Freitas, but a lot of that down to how well DESAI's played. Thing is, for all that, it could still be the Portuguese here who makes the final. Showing a different side to his game here, Freitas, not able to play at the level of earlier in the week. But he's looking to scrap it out here. Find a way to win. DESAI, who's been on top for so long, had leads in the 5th and 6th games after opening up that 3-1 advantage. Excellent reverse flick return there from DESAI to reduce the gap, and of course he was at 10 each. He'd come back to 10 each in that previous game there. It was 2 points from victory. Finding himself adrift here, behind in this decider. Yeah, Freitas knew the importance of that, just to get himself, keep himself in front here. Has he done enough now? Freitas, lead of 3. 3 from the win. Going to be a tough one, this, for DESAI to take, I think. If he does go on to lose this, he hasn't had a match point, but he has been on top of it for so long. Now looking like his challenge is done. The top seed Freitas here with 5 match points to knock DESAI out. And he has done it. It's easily his toughest test of the week so far, but the top seed Marcos Freitas into the final of this ITTF Challenge Plus Oman Open in Muscat. 3-1 down in games. He's repelled Harmeet DESAI to win it in that deciding 7th, 11 points to 5. Welcome back then to Muscat here, the second of the women's singles semi-finals. Coin toss about to be carried out here. Miyu Kato of Japan, the 3rd seed, to take on the 6th seed from Monaco, Yang Xiaoqin.